Yeah.
Hey, I put the vibes.
Hey, you made it.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Thank God. I was like, man, if Instagram hates, dude, I'm gonna be over it all. Like, oh my God.
Go to YouTube. Period.
I know, man. But we got it done though. We're here.
Hey, yes, we are. I'm excited.
All right, let's go. Well, let's jump into it. Who are you? Where are you from? And what do you do?
I am. I'm Colombiana J, but I now go by J Cano. And there's a whole backstory as to why I changed my name. I'm
Okay.
Hayward, California, South Hayward to be exact, and
Hate
I'm
that.
up in this beach. I'm a singer, R&B singer, and I don't want to just actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna just say R&B singer because I do reggaeton and do a whole lot of other music too. So I'm pretty much diverse.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I appreciate it. Well, let's get into a little bit from the beginning. So how'd you meet music?
How I met music. So I actually was I've always wanted to sing, or but I started dancing first when I was like 9 years old, and then from there I just kept dancing, performing, and doing stuff like that. So me performing in front of the crowd and being in front of a pack of people was always a part of my life. And then when I was 15, one of the homies was just like, I need a female singer, this and this and that. And I was just like, you know what? I had the guts, and I was just like, I can sing for you, this and this and that. And he's like, you can? He's like, for real? And I was like, yeah. I sent him a little clip of me singing, and ever since that, I stepped into the studio. I kept going and going, and then I finally got the opportunity to like really start my own music and become an artist.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was happy to meet you and oh, see, actually in person, meet Cassandra, but K Rose. Either way, how'd you like that event?
That event was cool, besides the heat, it was good because I was just like, man, I'm about to melt out here. Like all of us girls had makeup done, hair done.
I
I was just like,
had a shirt on, dude. I took that off quick. I was like, whatever. I left it there too, man. Whatever. Oh well.
right.
Hey, let's jump into this question. Who's this? Something. Chris or music?
Chris Star.
Yeah, who is your biggest inspiration in music?
That's always a hard question. My biggest inspiration in music would be, damn, that's a hard question. I always get stuck because oh my goodness, I'm gonna put this on D&D because my phone keeps falling. Hold on. All right.
Oh, it's all good, girl. That's part of the live experience. Yeah, yeah.
My biggest inspiration in music, I feel, would be, I don't know. She's kind of low key, but her name is Alina Baraz.
Say back. What was it?
Alina Baraz.
Oh, okay.
She's very lo-fi R&B and just a vibe. And I feel like the reason why I fuck with her so tough in the way she moves is because she isn't the type of artist that like really is like trying to be so famous and just hella puts herself out there and stuff like that. People kind of just gravitated towards her because of the way she moves and just the thing that she speaks about, and I try to, like, when I'm interested in artists and stuff like that, I try to look for interviews and stuff like that they be doing just to get to know them a little bit. And she barely has it. So one of the interviews, just one, because I think she only did three ever. I was watching one of them, and she started talking about how she never thought she was really gonna do music like that, but she said she just ended up sitting in the like locking herself in for like a good 6 months and started vibing out and really started putting all her emotion that she wanted to, her expression of her heart basically was through her music. And that's why a lot of people were just like, who is this girl? She's like, I didn't have no social media, no nothing. I just started putting out music. And she was just like, a lot of people started just gravitating towards me through that way. She's just a whole ass vibe. Anyway, I love her so much because she is the type of person that sends a message through her music. And if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't.
Yeah, I feel you.
I like that.
I like when there's like multiple, you know what I mean? Like you can get a couple things out of it. It matters kind of like what you're doing, what's going on with you, you know?
Yeah.
And what do you think about like, we always talk about vibes and energy and all this. So tell me a little about your experience with energy and vibes and what do you feel about it? Because some people use it like in a way that's like, I don't know, they just kind of using it, and then I feel like you use it like because you got a vibe. So I don't know. Talk to me about what that means to you, like what a vibe means to you.
What a vibe means to me. A vibe to me means that as soon as you walk into a room, how people feel. Like how do people like look at you? As soon as somebody looks at you, how do you make them feel? What's the impression that you give off to people as when you first meet them? And that to me is a vibe. Because as soon as I meet somebody and I feel something's off, I'm not a vibe. You know what I mean? Like, or like sometimes you meet somebody and they have some dope ass energy. They're really good. They're like, hey, what's up? You know, this and that. And it's like, damn, like I really fuck with this person. They got a vibe. But I feel, yeah, vibe is definitely first impression. How you make a lot of, like how you make people feel the first impression, the first time you meet them.
Hell, hell yeah. Look, I got one right here. Hold on. This is an interesting one. What is the worst diss you ever had, and how? Oh, hey, people, ask the questions in the question box because it's hard to catch them. So there's like a little question box you can. What is the worst diss you ever had, and how did you respond? You ever been dissed?
Honest, I never been dissed. Hold on, my bad. What do you think about? I'm like, can you see them? Like, are these okay? And let me hold on. Let me ask you something. Can you see people asking questions from my side? Like, if they tune in on my live, or like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like right now, me and your audience is hanging out together.
okay, for sure. Just making sure.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some people on from your side and some people on my side, and we're all kicking it.
So, I'm gonna say I never got dissed, but somebody thought that I dissed them, and that was so not like just the way I pronounced a certain word. They thought I said their name, and I was just like, "Yo, like that was you can even look at the lyrics on Google or whatever wherever iTunes like that person's name." But that's as far as like I guess a diss would have been. That person was pretty, I guess, salty from
Yeah.
that song. So I was like, that was never the intention. But hey, take it how you want it.
Eli yeah, Elijah Benham says, "What do you think about the new era of music? Do you approve or hate on it?" I know that's kind of a general question, but you kind
Yeah,
of get what he means.
yeah, no, I get what you mean. Honestly, I don't really fuck with the. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Like, there's a place and time for everything because I got a playlist for everything. Like the turn playlist when I'm with everybody in the party. Then I got like it's a playlist for everything. But me personally, for something that I want to vibe out to every single day, I don't stop the kind of music that's been put out right now and that's been played on the radio. I'll be like, dang, they be playing this on the radio? Like this is acceptable? I'll be like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like that energy too. You feel me? That's why I like what your music's about, what you're about. Like
Mhm.
even what we talked about offline and online, and like just fucking, you know what I mean? Because it's about. I feel like now it's not just about the music, but the person. It's really about the person. Because now you get to show who you are in social media. Before you could be like hidden as an artist. You know, you were trying to kind of be hidden. So
Mhm.
that's another question I had. How do you like balance social media? You know what I mean? Like with your real life means to you and like the energy you put forward. Because you know, like we're out here with a dream, but at the same time, it could be taxing, right?
Yeah, very taxing actually. I for a minute when I first started, I was I didn't care. Like I used to just put whatever out there. Like I was just like if I'm gonna go know or like if I'm angry, people are gonna know, like all of this stuff, right? But then because I used to be a part of an independent label and then one of the CEO, like he's like my brother, right? And he'd be like, sis, like I know you having a rough day, but like don't be putting that stuff out there, you know. I'd be like, no, fuck that. Like I used to get hella mad because I used to be so like invested into social media. And I'm just like, you know what? Like as I started getting older, I'm like, I need to take a step back because not only like yes, I am human. Don't be wrong. We all have our rough days, you feel me? And I feel like artists, like we do also letting other people see that side of yourself is also very important. But I like to use social media for only uplifting messages and seeing like learning because a lot of people be like, I fucking hate social media. It's so negative and this and that. I say no because it all depends on what you follow. What do you feed your brain? You know what I mean?
Facts.
I only follow art, inspiration, spiritual things, like motivational stuff. You know what I mean? Or like even food because I love food. But like, you know what I mean? I follow stuff that like is really good, like healthy for my brain. Not I don't just be watching other people's lives past me, you know, just watching other people live, you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I'll give a little likes here and there, love to other people because they do the same for me. Besides that, like I don't like to be too invested into social media like that. Unless
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I've been really working on the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So I'm looking at little vibes. Right? Damn, there's a couple here. I'm gonna start with here. I'm gonna just start from the top because it's just too much. What music did you listen to growing up as a kid? Mozzie 390.
I listen to a lot of R&B, just pure 90s R&B. And yeah, it's mainly R&B, hip hop, pop, old ass reggaeton. uh, my uncles, they slapped a lot of old school too, old school rap all the time in the house was being played. And even rock though too. Like that was kind of like played a lot in the house. Lucky nobody really knows about that, but you know, there's
So
nothing.
you got a healthy dose of a lot of things.
Yeah, so it's just like I had. That's why I have a playlist for everything. Because some days I want to listen to rock, some days I want to listen to just puro reggaeton, or like I vibe out. But the one thing I'm not, no shame, no nothing, but I just do not listen to country. I do not.
Ooh, you don't want to talk about no.
But I do have a playlist for that too.
Just in.
Yes.
Ooh, I found it. I found it. All right, the real Deb Queen 420 asks, how do you handle being so naturally beautiful with the men and women being so insecure and shoot, hold on, let me read the rest. And dependent on filters and the oof, that was a good one, pretty.
I don't. I don't know. Like I mean, oh my god. First of all, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. I think I'm blushing and shit over here.
Shout out, real Deb Queen.
Yeah. I don't know. Honest, to be honest with you, I may sometimes come off like I'm more confident than I am, but on most days, I'm actually working on that right now, on being so more confident than I used to be, because I myself used to always be putting on filters, and I mean I still do. You know, I like a little something on my face to look cute. I was gonna put one on right now just so I can have a little sparkles and shit. But I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it. Let me keep it real right now. But honestly, like just embrace yourself, regardless of the fact of what anybody thinks. Like that's why I'm starting to put myself out there more, even when I'm not wearing makeup. Like I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, like you guys are gonna see this shit. Like one day you guys are gonna see me probably having my own show, or you guys are gonna see me having my own movie, and you guys are gonna browse on and shit, like all of that.
Hell yeah.
But they're just very light.
Yeah.
Life. But always, like no matter what, like don't ever care about what anybody else thinks. Like you're beautiful inside and